You're good.
You guys, Keith has jokes. He told me a one-legged guy to break my other leg. I guess it's kind of like wishing someone good luck. All right. So for this next part, we're going to talk about crimping, and there's not really that super difficult or technically advanced about crimping, but the reason that I call it an advanced technique is because it's something that you probably shouldn't be doing until you've been climbing for at least 6 months to a year. And you also shouldn't do it too much. It's definitely easy to cause overuse injuries if you're crimping on things all the time and you haven't taken the time to really learn good climbing technique to minimize the amount of time that you have to crimp. So that's probably the single most important thing. There are a few different, there's two different types of crimping. There's what we call the half crimp and the full crimp. With the half crimp, you're typically going to take your thumb and you're going to put it along the back side of your fingers. And that just kind of gives you a little bit more structural support. And this is not particularly dangerous, so there's a slightly elevated risk compared to doing this, which is called an open hand grab, which there is not quite as much security, but there is an even lower risk. So the most security but also the highest risk is what we call a full crimp, and that is where you're going to take your thumb and you go all the way over the top of the very front of the very tip of your fingers. And so if I'm over here and climbing, my half crimp would be here. And that's pretty good and strong. I can climb this crack system pretty easily with my half crimp. And if it's really small and really tough for me to hold on to, I might throw a full crimp. And it doesn't take long to be throwing a full crimp before you start to feel it in your joints a little bit, even if, like, I've been climbing for 4 years and I can still feel it. And again, there's the open hand grip. So, open hand, here's my half crimp. My next hold's maybe really hard. I go into my full crimp. And so those are a few different types of, or those are the two different types and styles of crimping. And again, I can't stress to you enough that it's not very complicated, but you need to not hurt yourself, and you accomplish that by usually waiting a while before you start integrating that into your climbing style.